Hi everyone, welcome back to Sunshine Soap and Candle Company. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make a rice water shampoo. Rice and fermented rice has been a trending ingredient in hair care and skincare products for some time now, and for good reason. So rice is very well known for its ability to help strengthen the hair and give it some shine. You may be familiar with my other rice-infused hair care and skincare formulas. If not, I hope you'll go check out those videos after you watch this one today. And if you would like the full written detailed step-by-step tutorial and the written recipe with percentages and amounts to this formula and my other rice formulas, along with all other formulas that I've published, please head on over to my Patreon campaign. You can access this one at just the $7 level. If you haven't had a chance to check out my Patreon campaign yet, I really hope that you will. Again, there's something for everyone over there. We have hundreds of recipes in the hair care, skin care, candle making, and soap making areas. So I hope you'll come on over and join. Make this month your month to head on over there, see what it's all about, see what thousands of makers have already come to love about my campaign over the years. All right, everyone, let's get started. All right, everyone, we're making a 400-gram batch today of this beautiful shampoo, and we're going to start off by weighing everything in the water phase into the beaker. Eventually, the whole formula is going to end up in this beaker, and it is a cold process formula, so we don't have to heat up any ingredients or warm anything up, so it's pretty easy to put together. The first thing we're going to do is go ahead and weigh out some powdered DL Panthenol. Now, provitamin B5 is in the DL Panthenol, and that's going to help to add lots of shine, elasticity, and it's going to help to reduce breakage in your hair. So we're going to start off by just weighing off the powdered DL Panthenol. Now, you guys, I never skip out on this ingredient, and you will see it in a lot of commercial shampoos as well. I think most of them contain this form of vitamin B. I've been using this shampoo now for a little while, and I'm really liking how shiny my hair looks. And overall, it is lower. It has lower active surfactant matter. So this is a gentle cleanser. I'm just really liking it. It doesn't, it's just the perfect amount of cleanse. It doesn't overly cleanse and it doesn't under cleanse your hair. So, you know, you can go a day or so without washing your hair and it still looks good. Next, we're going to go ahead and add in the distilled water. The distilled water is going to help disperse and dissolve all of the ingredients that we're using in this formula today. You can use distilled or purified. I happen to be using purified water today. All right. I'm going to give this a little bit of a stir just to start dissolving that DL Panthenol. All right, next we're going to be adding in the star of the show ingredient. This is rice water SF. Now, rice water SF is a fermented rice water ingredient. It's used in cosmetics and hair care products. I got mine at Formulator Sample Shop. The SF stands for sustainably sourced. This is a sustainably fermented product, and the fermentation process creates beneficial compounds like vitamins, amino acids, and antioxidants that are more bioavailable for your hair and skin. So this ingredient is designed to help strengthen your hair, improve elasticity, and provide hydration. So the rice water that we're adding in here is rich in amino acids and vitamins that help strengthen and smooth the hair. I know you can make your own fermented rice water. I have seen people do that before. I have never tried to do it myself. I like the idea of buying a cosmetic grade one, so that's what I'm using today. Again, I got this one at Formulator Sample Shop. And it does initially make the formula a bit cloudy, and that clears up. It is not recommended that you use this as 100% of the liquid in your formula. So the usage rates on this, I believe, are between 1 and 10%. Next, we're going to go ahead and add in a product called KeraVeg. Now, I can't remember if I've shared this product with you guys before. I believe I've used it in some facial care products. KeraVeg is a really good ingredient for hair care products because it's a plant-based protein that's known to help repair and fortify damaged hair. So it's got wheat amino acids in it and arginine and a couple other ingredients here that are really good proteins for your hair. So I always add a protein source to my shampoos for the most part because it's very good for hair strengthening. And you'll see most shampoos on the market contain some sort of hair protein. This is a very dark extract, so it does affect the color of the shampoo. That's the only drawback of this, but it really is a good ingredient to use. And I think I got this one at Voyager. Yeah, Voyager Soap and Candle. And then we're going to go ahead and add in a little bit of glycerin. Now, glycerin is the humectant. So that's going to draw moisture to the hair and keep the hair soft and hydrated. It also adds some conditioning properties to the hair. Okay, we're going to go ahead and give this formula a stir. Get everything nice and combined. And then the last thing we're going to do in the water phase is add in our preservative. You could replace the KeraVeg with any other protein that you might have, water-soluble protein that you might have handy. There's quinoa protein, baobab protein, broccoli seed protein, lots of really good plant-based ones that you can find on the market. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add in our preservative. And for the preservative today, I'm using some liquid Germall Plus. It's water soluble, great for products that have a high water content like this one. And it does work in a wide range of pHs. And the final pH of this formula is right around a 5.4, which is perfect for hair care. And also this formula doesn't need any pH adjusting. It has a amazing pH as is, doesn't need to be adjusted. I always love that when you can incorporate ingredients that will lower the pH a bit so you don't have to do any adjusting. It just makes life a lot easier. Okay, so the surfactant phase, this is what I'm going to do. The first couple times I practiced with this formula and the amounts, I put all the surfactants into a separate beaker and then poured it in here. And the reason for that is because I'm using Lamesoft Pro today. Lamesoft Pro is a refatting agent and it adds a creamy feel and a conditioning feel to your shampoo, and it improves the softness and the manageability in your hair. Lamesoft Pro is hard to dissolve in water alone, but it dissolves perfectly into the surfactants. So then when you put everything in here, you have no problem dispersing all the surfactants and the Lamesoft Pro into the formula. But I think you really only need one surfactant to dissolve it. So I think I'm going to add all the surfactants, the other surfactants that I have, into this container. And then I'm going to mix one surfactant with the Lamesoft Pro. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my SLES. I'm using sodium lauryl ether sulfate, SLES, not to be confused with sodium lauryl sulfate. So this is a gentle plant-based cleanser that effectively removes dirt, oil, and buildup. It has a great lather as well. So if you guys are into formulas that have rice, fermented rice, rice powder, I have a whole collection, a whole rice collection over on my campaign. So we have a powdered foam cleanser using rice powder. We have a rice solid shampoo. I believe I have a rice facial toner, if I'm remembering correctly. There's a handful of rice formulas over there, a whole collection. And the way you access that collection is just to go into your Patreon account, go to your homepage, and then you'll find a collections tab. And in there you can see all the different collections I have, but you'll find the rice collection, and that's where you can find all the rice-based formulas, and this one is going to go into the rice collection as well. And as I discussed, the overall surfactant matter is lower than I have typically used in a shampoo, just to give a bit of a gentle cleanse. And actually, I feel that the balance is just right. It's not drying, not overly cleansing. Okay. I'm gonna give that a little bit of a stir just to combine that SLES. And once the surfactants start to mix with the water, that's when it's easy to incorporate bubbles. So stir gently. And then we're going to go ahead and add in the Decyl Glucoside. Decyl Glucoside is awesome because it is a natural biodegradable cleanser that provides a soft and gentle lather. So this is a great co-surfactant. It helps to boost the lather, and it has a nice and gentle foam to it. So we're going to go ahead and pour in the Decyl Glucoside now, giving this a nice stir to combine. Okay, now in the second container over here, I'm going to go ahead and combine my third surfactant and some Lamesoft Pro. And for the third surfactant, we're going to be adding in some Cocamidopropyl Betaine. Now this is a great surfactant to use in shampoos. You guys have seen me use this a lot. So this is going to boost foam and mildness while also reducing irritation from the primary surfactant. So if there's any irritation involved in the primary surfactant, the Cocamidopropyl Betaine is going to reduce that. It's such a gentle plant-based cleanser made out of coconuts. Derived from coconuts, I guess I should say. It's got a pretty low pH overall, around a 6. All right. So you just saw me get distracted and pour my Cocamidopropyl Betaine directly into this when I said I was going to pour it into here. I just, out of habit, this is how I've been making the formula, so I guess we're going to go with it now. But like I explained earlier, if you do pour the Cocamidopropyl Betaine into a smaller beaker and mix it with your Lamesoft Pro, you won't have any problems dissolving this. Now, this will dissolve in here. It just takes a little bit more time. So to shortcut that, you can disperse it into a separate beaker. Today, I accidentally poured it in here after I told you I wasn't going to do that, but what are you going to do? So we're going to go ahead now and weigh off the Lamesoft Pro directly into this beaker. Now, there's nothing wrong with this method here that I'm showing you. It's just going to take a little bit longer to dissolve. You see how viscous this product is, just super viscous. And a little bit hard to distribute. Okay. So again, the Lamesoft Pro here is going to help with hair manageability. It's going to add a refatting agent to this formula, meaning it's just going to make your hair feel very well conditioned. It's got a creamy feel to it for improved softness and manageability. Now, as you can see, this is what I was talking about. If you just go straight into the formula and all those water-based ingredients, it likes to get stringy. That's okay. It will dissolve. We're just going to work on stirring this gently and getting this all dissolved before we move into the third phase. So I'll bring you right back when this is dissolved and we're ready to move on to the third phase. All right, it's been several minutes. We're still waiting for all of that Lamesoft Pro to dissolve, and it will, but we're going to go ahead and add in the last ingredient before the thickening phase. So right now, as you can see, it's just water thin. We're going to go ahead and add in the fragrance oil and just continue to gently stir until everything is dissolved. And then once everything is dissolved, we can go ahead and thicken it. So today we're using Camellia sugar. This is by Brambleberry. It's an absolutely beautiful fragrance. Gosh, it's floral, but it's got a little bit of a like pink sugar cotton candy top note, subtle, but a very beautiful feminine fragrance. We're going to go ahead and stir this. We're just going to continue to stir gently until everything is fully dissolved. And I did use, I'll show you a finished batch of this as well, the one that I've been using and testing now for a little while, and the fragrance does go back to being, or the formula does go back to being clear, and I used a totally different fragrance in the other one, and I'll show you that one at the end as well, just so you can see what a finished product eventually starts to look like after about 24 hours. Okay, I'm just going to make sure everything is fully dissolved. It looks like everything's fully dissolved now. We don't have any of that stringy Lamesoft Pro hanging around in there anymore. So the last thing we're going to do is go ahead and thicken this up. Now, I've told you that the pH of this product is already low. There's no need to adjust it. It's perfectly already adjusted to a 5.4 or 5.5, which is great. You can go 4.5 to 5.5 with hair products like shampoo and conditioner. Okay, so we're just going to use a little bit of liquid Crothix today to thicken this up. A little bit of liquid Crothix goes a long way in this formula. So I'm suggesting this one because you don't have to use a ton of it, and it also has an emolliency to it, which is nice for hair care products. It adds a little bit of emollients. If you add too much of this, it can get kind of sticky feeling, so you just want to be aware. This is an as needed product, so you just start out by pouring in a little bit and then stirring it into the formula. And you stir and you wait a little bit to see how it's affecting the viscosity before pouring anything else into it. So we're gaining a little bit of viscosity here. Yeah, it's good to really thoroughly mix it in because you want to stir between each addition and really get it mixed in. It's easy to get a product like this too thick. So remember, you can always add in ingredients, but you can't take away once it's added in. Okay, so there's, after the first addition, we're going to add in a little bit more. So start out with about a teaspoon or less. And again, just really work it into the product. Okay, we're getting a nice viscosity. Okay, this is actually really perfect for a shampoo because you don't want your shampoo to be so thick that it's hard to disperse into your hair. You don't want it to tug on your hair or the roots of your hair as you're putting it in, and you want it to evenly kind of distribute throughout the hair as you're washing, but you don't want it so thin that it slips through your hands before you can get it onto your head. I am actually just going to put in, I always with this, if I'm adding the thickener right away before the bubbles have had a chance to dissipate like I'm doing right now, I always add in a little bit more Crothix than I think I need because inevitably it will thin out just a little bit over the course of 24 hours. So that's a little pro tip, but I'm not going to add very much more, just a little bit, to account for any thinning out of the product over the next 24 hours. You could just wait till the next day, till everything has settled in, before adding in your thickener. You can wait till all the bubbles have dissipated and wait till the formula goes clear. Like as you can see, my formula is a very milky, cloudy color, but it will clear up. I'm going to show you my other one in just a minute. Okay, that's all I'm going to do on viscosity. So we're going to go ahead and bottle this up, and then I'll show you a use demonstration with my finished batch. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pour the finished shampoo into this. This is a 20-ounce container. We only have about 14 ounces, 400 grams of product, so it's not going to fill this container up all the way, but I didn't want to put it between two different containers, so this is what we're doing. I'm going to use a funnel, and my bubbles are already starting to rise to the top, so tomorrow this will look clear and possibly a little thinner than it is right now, but I'm just going to go ahead and pour the shampoo into this funnel and get it all. It's already starting to clear up a little bit. It's hard to see on camera, but okay. Okay, got it. Okay. Okay, that's what it looks like right now. Let me go ahead and get my batch that I've been using and show you what that looks like. All right, so here is my previous batch. This is the one I've been using for a little while now, and as you can see, the formula goes totally transparent, and it's got this nice kind of amber color to it, and that's again from that KeraVeg. If you wanted it to be more clear, use an extract that's not so dark in color. Also, I used a fragrance oil here that might be affecting the color just a little bit. I used the Lost Cherry Tom Ford dupe, and I got that one at Bulk Apothecary. I am an affiliate now for Bulk Apothecary, so I'll put the link to my affiliate down there if you're interested in this beautiful Tom Ford dupe Lost Cherry. It's a good one. So Lost Cherry is a cherry fragrance, but it's not a overly sweet cherry fragrance. It doesn't smell like candy. It smells like top cherry notes, but it's also kind of, it's got like this tart kind of cherry on top that's not real sweet. A little bit of sweet, more, think more sour tart cherry, but then it's kind of blended with some kind of like, I want to say like cherry tobacco pipe notes. It's really good. It's a good fragrance. I could see it being a very unisex fragrance, but if you're familiar with the Lost Cherry perfume, that's what this smells like, and I happen to like it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit of a use demo here so you can see how this lathers up. All right, so I'm just going to wet my hands. First, this is how we activate the lather. And I like to use a little, my hair is getting pretty long, but I use like, I don't know, about that much, a little bit more than a quarter-sized amount in my hair. And the thickness of this is perfect. Again, don't overly thicken it because you want it to disperse easily and quickly through your hair. I really do like the Lost Cherry smell. It's good. But as you can see, we're getting a beautiful creamy and fluffy lather. It feels super silky, smooth, velvety, soft and conditioned. It's not drying whatsoever. And it also feels perfectly cleansing. So anyway, that is that. That's how you make a beautiful rice infused shampoo. Just a gorgeous formula. I'm very proud of this one. All right, everybody. That's how you make a beautiful rice-infused shampoo. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Please leave me some comments and questions below. That really means a lot to me. Share this video with a friend, and why not subscribe to my channel? All right, everyone. Catch you on the next video. Bye. Keep shining.